Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, and night for everyone around the world. I'm your co host, Sus, and I have my host today, Billy. We are excited today for our last episode of the Boneyard podcast of season one, which is Evgeny from the NDC Gaming Work Group, as well a nominee in the NDC election for House of Merit. Evgeny, welcome. We are glad to have you. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Evgeny. I'm from Human Guild. I'm core member of Human Guild, and I'm a co-founder of Gaming DAO. Also, I'm nominated myself in House of Merit, and take part in elections.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. I wanted to ask a few questions about what you're doing on NEAR, what you're doing within the NDC. You've nominated yourself for House of Merit. So, how did you? First of all, how did you get started on NEAR? How did you find NEAR? How did you get started as a core member of Human Guild? Kind of tell us a brief story on how you came to be where you're at today.
Okay. Actually, I invested my personal money in NEAR and began to actively monitor the ecosystem and NEAR Twitter. After after some monitoring, I found near crowd and become one of first participations members of near crowd. And I got administrators there, so I was administrator there, and I started actively set in near chats and. Someday I found Sasha Alexander Hudzilin, one of core member, early near core members in Telegram.
Did we lose you, or are you done there?
I think we lost his audio.
Did you lost me?
Oh yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
hear you
your
now.
audio is back.
Continue. Sorry about that. Yeah, you lost connection.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I wrote to Sasha and proposed him my help with Human Guild stuff. He gave me job, and after a year, I become a member of Human Guild DAO and one of the main member of Human Guild. So I started from near crowd, and then I joined the Human Guild team.
And so now that you're a core member of Human Guild, you guys have helped teams start building on NEAR, right? So when the NDC started, what gave you guys the idea to start the NDC Gaming Work Group?
Okay, there is reason that Human Guild is running out of money, and in near the games are need of support. So we decided to create a gaming working group in NDC, and in future after Human Guild finished work, we will support games through the NDC Gaming DAO.
So kind of basically the same thing what Human Guild is doing, but in a different sense.
Yeah, not actually not all, because Human Guild also support creative projects like Paras, like music projects, like NFT projects, not only games.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I thought it was just strictly gaming, but it's kind of a, how do you say, you wouldn't know just by hearing the phrase, Human Guild. So, anyways, moving on. Who are the core contributors to the gaming work group and their backgrounds in the space? Can you tell us a little bit more about the NDC Gaming Work Group?
Yeah, for sure. We have 4 members from Human Guild DAO and 1 person from near community. So we have 5 consoles. It is Daniel, open source developer and Human Guild DAO member. It is Jeff, founder of Near Hub and Human Guild DAO member. it is me and Alexander, founder and CEO Coach Award. It is one of game on Near, and we also have advisors like Alexander Kudzilin, co-founder of Human Guild and early Near core member, and Vlad, who also early Near core member and founder Human Guild.
That's awesome. You guys are doing a great job so far. Excuse me. Um, so, with that being said, you guys are a lot of the core members of Human Guild and maybe a community member here and there. But what I wanted to know is, what is an area you think the House of Merit needs to focus on to support gaming? I think gaming needs support on Near, and Near is not much supporting games on Near. So, how do you think you joining the House of Merit will help?
Excuse me, can you repeat this question?
Sure. You're nominating yourself for House of Merit, right? So,
Yeah,
what is an area you think the House of Merit needs to focus on to support gaming?
I see. I think we need to launch first gaming DAO, and also there are some cool DAOs that can support games like NFT DAO. Also, maybe Aurora DAO can support games on.
I think we lost him again.
Yeah, probably. Let's give it a minute. I think his connection should be okay.
Something went wrong?
Yeah, your audio cut off again. Can you? But you can continue. If you can just repeat the answer of the question.
Yeah, I think we need to launch NFT DAO to support NFT from games. We need to launch gaming DAO to support games. We need to launch Aurora DAO because there are also games on Aurora. And maybe we can support launch Dagon DAO to support influencers from Near that they can support games in their Twitters.
Good answer. So, kind of stemming off of that, as a core member of Human Guild and the NDC Work Group, what areas do you feel your foundation needs to support in order to bring game devs to Near?
I see. It's really good question. Gaming itself comes first. Also, we need allocate more money for game jams, gaming hackathons, and gaming tournaments, and also develop NFT so that gaming NFT have value.
Yeah, right. I think gaming events, like real life gaming events, are huge when it comes to gaming because you get to actually meet the devs and actually play the games and demo them. And, if there's.
Yeah, it would be really good.
Yeah, VCs can see it, other founders can see it, the gamers can try the game. You see, they showcase their skills basically of what they're doing. Um, you know, so moving on from there. As a core member, I just read that question. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys was in last Near Con, Human Guild did gaming area with all games from Near. Did you see it?
No.
No. So there was a gaming area for all games, and you can just come, test game, play these games, and there was around 20 founders gaming, so they pitch their games there. So it was a good, really place for gamers.
And when was this?
Last Near Con.
Oh, NearCon. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear that part. But yeah, I think it's important for that. I went to 3XP over here in LA, and this was in June, I believe, and there was a lot of chains there, and even Mark Mee from the foundation was there as well. I didn't run into him. I was looking at all the games, playing the games, getting merch, all that good stuff, just enjoying it. But I didn't get to see Mark, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's a great thing when people actually go to these things, meet the founders, go meet the co-founders, meet the devs, meet the content creators, and then it's fun. I think it's a good thing. They need to do more of this. Near, I felt needed to have a better presence there and a presence, but I think everyone. I don't think there's anyone in this area that was going to that. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's always good to have real life meetups. No matter if it's just playing video games, showcasing your game, hackathons, game jams, all that good stuff. So moving on to that, talking about like playing video games, right? Which game are you most excited about? You get to see games early on. So what are you most excited about currently building? It doesn't have to be specifically near, but which game are you excited about that's going to come out?
Actually, I really like games on Nier. It's Zombland and Rogues. Board of Rogues.
Yeah. I play that like every other day. I try to play as much as I can. I'm trying to get a loot box, but I haven't gotten one yet. But I played in the fishing tournament on Saturday. Was it Saturday? No, I think it was Wednesday. Sorry, but I did get a message in a bottle, and that's like one of the rare items. It's hard to get. I haven't. That's the only one I've ever gotten since I've started playing that game. But speaking about games coming out soon, I know we want to talk about like on-chain stuff, but what traditional games are you looking forward to? That's either came out recently or coming out. Web 2 games. Did we lose you again?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, what Web 2 games are you excited about, Seuss? While we wait for him to come back.
I really want to see CS:GO 2, man. This is the game. Like, I'm really waiting for it. I'm FPS game. I really want to play CS:GO 2. But let's see. I think I will move on finally from Valorant. I did put a pause on it because I need to do some more. But I'd love to try out CS:GO 2.
First-person shooters.
Yeah. Good game. Evgeny, do we have you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I think your audio cut out once again. What traditional game, Web 2 game, are you looking forward to? That's just recently came out, or that's coming out soon?
As I said, new version of Total War.
All right. So moving on from there, how will you help the House of Merit with your skills and background in video games?
Excuse me, can you repeat question again?
Sure. How will you help the House of Merit with your background and skills you've learned within the gaming down, the Human Guild?
I see. So I think there are some couple of DAOs that I would like to support with my experience, because I know that behind this DAO there are very experienced people. But first of all, I would like to launch gaming DAO to support games, and my skill in gaming can help House of Merit to launch DAOs that comes from reply.
Oh, sorry, we didn't get that last part, but I'm sure it was awesome. So, what we usually do on this podcast, I like to kind of just have a little bit of fun. So we play this game called Pump, Dump, and Hodl. So I'm sure you hold some NFTs or have bought some in the past. So which NFTs will you pump, which NFTs would you dump, and which NFTs are you hodling, meaning you're not selling at all.
Yeah, I really would like pump Starry Night NFT because I own like 5 of them. I bought them for $3K of dollars. So, and right now it costs around $100. So I would like to pump it. What NFT I would like to dump? Maybe I don't know. I don't know bad collection in here actually.
Well, it doesn't have to be near. I mean, like any chain.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
I don't like CryptoPunks.
Okay.
CryptoPunks.
And
Okay.
which ones are you hodling? Which one are you gonna hold till? I don't know, till Valhalla.
I like monkey NFT. I don't know their name, but there's monkeys like
Okay.
Crypto Monkey.
Awesome. We love it. So I'm asking this to everyone who's coming on, who's an OG, who is running for a seat. What do you think is the good and the bad in the NDC? What do you think is going to be good that's going to happen, and what do you think that might happen that's bad? Because it's kind of experimental. We don't know what's going to happen, and there's a lot of stuff. There's moving parts. And then from what we saw from the RC DAO, that kind of was like an independent thing. It wasn't much of NDC involved. But what do you think the good and the bad can come out of the NDC?
Yeah, this is a really good question. I really like NDC. So the good thing is that ordinary people from the community can express themselves and their talents. So it is a good thing. About bad thing, the bad thing is that there are very large and Guys, did you hear me?
We didn't hear the last part.
Okay, good thing that everyone can express their talents. A bad part it is that there are really unreasonable and expenses for GVG. Huge unreasonable expenses for GVG.
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah, I think your just internet is kind of in and out sometimes with your audio, so sorry about that. So okay, I kind of want to ask this to mainly like the game devs that come on, the founders. But what is your all-time favorite video game from from whatever?
Warcraft.
Say it again.
Warcraft. I don't know how it will be in English. Like Warcraft.
Warcraft. Okay. Cool.
Warcraft,
Yeah.
So you play like the old school one from back in the day, and then you just
Yes, I played it all my school time.
Right. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, my grandfather had an old PC, and we played Part 2, like the original RTS World of Warcraft. I didn't play the original. It was Part 2. I think it was called Tides of Darkness, and then they had an expansion set. Man, I don't remember what it was, but there was like demons or something. I don't know. I don't remember. It was the portal or something like that. I think there was a couple expansions, but we would go to my grandfather's house, and he had a PC. Like we used to play like Super Nintendo and stuff like that. But when we go to his house, because we didn't have a PC, we'd go play his. He had a library of PC games, and we'd play World of Warcraft. I remember Full Throttle. It was like a point and click game. I think there was like Lemmings and Treasure Muppet Island, all those old games. But I remember World of Warcraft. I mean, not World of Warcraft. Sorry, Tides of Darkness Part 2, and then I think the third one was what? the Frozen Throne or something. I don't know remember what it was called, but there was part
Yeah,
3.
Frozen Throne. Yeah, this is really
Right.
good part of Warcraft.
Yeah, and then they had like voice actors the first time, and then I never really got into World of Warcraft. I never played it. I don't. I think I've like tried it out, but like I don't know. Like I didn't like the MMO type of deal and things, but I love the lore and I love like the whole idea of Warcraft. I kind of love that. So, Zeus, what's your favorite game of all time? Don't say CS:GO.
CS:GO is not. CS:GO is not. CS:GO is not. But
Or
if I
Valorant.
will go, I will go. Okay, if I will go like back in my old days, like something will bring back memories. I'd say Metal Gear.
Ooh, that's a good one. I remember playing
Yeah,
the original one. I think
is
I
the
think I was
best one.
I was in middle
PS1.
school. Yeah,
Yeah,
PS1. We got a
yeah. It
PS1
was
and
a really good game.
we played the shit out of Crash Bandicoot, and then we finally, my friend had it. My friend would come over as much as possible, and he would get stuck on it. And he was like an only child. Well, he had an older sister, but she didn't play video games. So he would come over to my house, and I have a couple of brothers. We'd all sit there and just try to stay up as late as we can and try to beat Metal Gear. But
I had so much good memories with it because that time, even my father, my uncle, like all the old people in the house were like playing the game with us actually because it was so interesting to solve things. It was a really good game. Also, if you remember General and Red Alert, do you remember these games?
I remember Red Alert.
Strategy, yeah. There
Yeah.
was a same game called General. I don't know if you guys remember it. You basically like build a base and attack each other. This game is so good, man. I'm telling you,
Well, I like tactical like strategy games, sort of like
it
Final
is.
Fantasy Tactics, Front
Yeah.
Mission, XCOM. Mm, It's
Have you
it's
guys?
very fun.
Oh,
Go
excuse
ahead.
me. Continue, please. I just want to ask: have you guys tried CD Go 2?
Oh no, I really want. He was asking me about it a while ago when we lost you for a bit. What game I'm really excited to try, and I'm really waiting for CS2, man. I'm really waiting for it. I think it's gonna be a great one. Especially that CS:GO a bit fell off a bit when Valorant launched, but now when CS2 is coming out, I think it's gonna get back a lot of the CS users who switched to Valorant.
I'm not much of a FPS person, but I see everyone talking about it. Like everyone on Twitter, on like forums and stuff like that. Everyone's talking about CS:GO 2. CS2. It's coming out. It's coming out. And
I mean, listen, back in the days when we were like kids, we used to escape the school to go and play CS Source and the 1.6. Like that was the go-to game we used to play. So there's a lot of people played it so far. It's crazy because I logged in over, let's say, 25,000 hour in Overwatch when I was playing it as a pro, and I really love that game, but I really hated it by the end of my career. I really hated that. I just wanted out, man. But one game to be like really mentioned, it's Rust. I think Rust is like one crazy good game, because people who's into FPS can play it. People who's into like farming can do farming, role playing, and everything. I think the game is like really, really, really well built and thought of.
so
I didn't play in Rust, but I played in Unturned. It's like a pixel game like
Hmm.
Rust. So I know what you're saying about.
Yeah, this game is really good, man. If you, I know Billy did not try it, and you don't, but maybe one time you wanna jump into the game. I have like 4,000 hour in the game. It's really fun. Like, you can vibe really good in this game. If you wanna raid, you can do PvP, PvE. You can like farm. You can build. You can make friends. You can do role play. It's really really good game.
But it is old game, isn't it?
It's few, yeah. It's kind of. I mean, it's not older than DayZ, for example. It's similar to DayZ. DayZ is like really old. I think DayZ was way more famous in Ukraine, in your region.
Did you guys play it Stalker?
No, I did not. I did not.
It's a game from Ukrainian founders for Chernobyl, like for like for Chernobyl, for zombies. There's a lot of mutants. Yeah,
Oh,
really a
oh,
popular game in Ukraine.
maybe you can link it for us and we'll check it out. Maybe we can
Yeah,
try it
after
sometime.
this podcast, I will link you guys.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to try it out. But shifting away from the games, guys, Evgeny, Twitter or X as they call it now, you can scan the QR code right up here, and that will take you to his X. Do please follow him. And then reminder that Evgeny is running in the NDC election for House of Merit. Now I'm gonna show you how you guys can vote. It's very simple and very easy, but you have to focus on what you're doing because you might lose all your votes if you did it wrong. So let me share a screen right here. And okay, so if you go to the NDC election page, let's make the screen bigger a bit. Okay, if you go there, then you can see all the houses on the left side. So choose the house you want to vote for first, and you need to make sure that you don't vote unless you choose all the nominees. Okay, so you can't like just, for example, choose Odin and then vote. You will lose it. So I will not do this now because I have not yet vote. I'm still putting my list, but you will pick up the votes. And for the House of Merit, you can see under here it's 15 out of 15. So you can have a 15 votes here, you can have 7 votes here, and 7 votes here as well. So for this one, you pick up the people you want to vote for, you know, and then you will be able to cast your vote. So you can see here that you have 15 votes left. So that's 15 out of 15, right? So the voting progress here is will show you the three houses. Currently, we have three houses. The fourth one is more of like the budget package proposal. I just saw it. But if you are not sure what's the houses for, under the banner down here, you can see our ticker. There is a full explanation on House of Merit and all the other houses. So you will be able to read it. And then if you want to make more research, for example, you are searching for the guy, and let's search for Evgeny. Where is Evgeny? I just saw it a while ago.
I'm definitely should be in House of Merit.
Yeah, yeah,
Just try to
I'm
provide.
searching. Okay, so this is Vlad and Evgeny. Let me find it. I really hope
My
they put.
nickname is Hayenka.nir.
Yeah, okay. You search with me as well, guys. Okay, here. You are
Yeah, you
here.
can see
Okay.
me.
Yeah. So if you wanna vote for Evgeny, you just make sure you
You got to
click on the
bookmark them.
little tick. Yes. So you have all of this. Choose the 15 and cast your vote. But if you want to read more about Evgeny, for example, you don't know and you want to read more about it, click on the nomination here. And this will take you to his profile where he answered all the standards questions. I guess that was from the NDC and he answered about it. So you will know more about the people who's nominating himself before you vote for them. So please vote wisely and please make sure you are voting for the right people. Now, speaking of voting, if you want to vote for Evgeny, you can scan the QR code up left here. This QR code will take you straight away to his profile, and then you can as well vote for him. Okay. But I think you should vote from here because Billy and Evgeny, if we click here, there is a voting button at the top here, but I'm not sure if it like will vote for him straight away or it's gonna take you back to this page. I don't know if okay, you can't see the other page. That's my bad because it's opening. Okay, let me go back here. We have to open another screen share. So okay, so we will go back here. If you want to learn more about Evgeny, guys, you can click on the nomination and it's gonna show his profile. Okay, this is the standard questions and answer I was talking about a while ago, which you guys didn't see. And you can click vote for him right here, or you can go back and vote in the other side. Either way, it's work. So if you make sure to scan this QR code up, top left, and where is it? Here, yes, and learn more about Evgeny. I'm sure you guys will learn more about him while we go in the podcast, but also you can read for him and also vote for him. We do really need people in our ecosystem, in the near ecosystem, that actually contributed to it and want to improve it, so your vote matters. So please choose wisely. Don't spam vote because you didn't know someone and you just want to vote for the one you know. Just vote for the one you know. Just don't. I always touch on this, by the way, guys. Like, sometimes he will see that he have, let's say he want to vote for three people, but he will see he have like another 12 votes. Maybe he will go and spam his votes. I think you should vote only for the people you know, to be honest. But Evgeny, very excited actually to see, and I think we talked a bit, and you said that you are doing good as well in the vote. So that's great to hear, man.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
Thank you for support.
Yeah. And just remember when you're voting as well, make sure you use all your votes because
Mhm.
you have 29 votes. There's 15 seats in House of Merit. There's 7 in the Transparency Commission, and then there's 7 in what's the other one? Council of Advisors, right?
Council of
Council of
Advisors.
Advisor, yeah.
Right. So if you don't use every single one of your votes, you're going to lose them. You can't just vote now and then come
Yeah.
back to it later on because you need to do your research. Do your research now. That's why I haven't voted yet. It's because there's so many people. There's so many OGs on there. So I don't know every single one of them. I think I have the majority like already in my head. I know who I want to vote for. But some of these people, I have no idea who they are. And they're on the other side of the world. We're in different time zones. We never ran into each other. Just this past Friday, we talked with Chloe from Marmer J Foundation. I've never spoken to Chloe before then. I think maybe
Yeah.
I've DM'd or in somewhere in a chat somewhere spoken, but really before then I had no idea what they're doing. So it's
Very interesting. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Actually,
you
we learn
have to do your
more.
research.
You learn more about people when you watch their podcast or you join the Twitter live. You learn more about the nominees. Same as what we are doing here with the Evgeny as well. So you guys, get a bit in depth of the people who's nominating themselves in that seat. I think it's great that Evgeny as well, made the time for, to promote and spread why he should be joining there, and that shows some sort of dedication, other than, people who just put themselves and nominated themselves. There is a lot of people in there. So I think the best way is to put a list, and you can ask, create a post on X, or we call it Twitter, and ask the OG, what do you guys think of this and what do you guys think of that. I'm sure many people, like supporting. Speaking of this, Evgeny, who do, other than you and Vlad, who you are giving your votes in, like, you don't need to mention them all. Some notable names people may wanna know about as well.
Do you want me say for what kind of people I voted?
No, no, it's just like names that is interesting in there. Some OGs that are interesting, and
Uh,
you wish to
like
see them as well there.
Zavadil from near team, Evgeny Kuzякov, who is early core member of NIR,
Mhm.
Vlad from my team. I also voted for Kiskisas. He is founder of Ukrainian Guild because I'm Ukrainian, so I voted for him. And Elliot Meyer, like in the forum
You
in
vote for
Dacha.
yourself?
You can, yeah, I voted for myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because usually when you any type of voting, you can vote for yourself. Obviously, when you see all the presidents, the show I voted, but then they voted for themselves. That's for the
Yeah.
ballot. Like vote for me. Um, yeah. I'm just wondering. It's kind of new. It is like a voting system. Governance, but I had to ask. But yeah, that's cool. So you've already voted. But let's go on with another question real fast that I like to ask people. It doesn't matter if you're a dev, it doesn't matter if you're a founder, it doesn't matter if you're a gamer, it doesn't matter who you are. If you ever played video games in your life and you've always had criticisms when it comes to games, you want them to be this way or that way. I don't like this part of the game. Why don't they just do this or this and that? And maybe the majority of people don't agree with you, right? So or you play different types of genres and you kind of want to have like a mesh. And I've noticed that some game developers have done that in the past where they take, well, I like playing this game and I like playing that game. So I took the elements from that game and the elements from this game, and I kind of melted them together and made my own game because that's what I
Mm.
wanted to see. No one was doing it, and I wanted to see it, so I built it. So with that being said, well, if money wasn't an object, you have millions of dollars, you have hundreds of millions of dollars, all the money that you need, and all the time to do it. What type of game would you build?
Good question. Uh, I think it will be all Steam games, but items will be in NFT,
Yeah.
like CS:GO items in NFT, Dota items in NFT, so all items in NFT.
So a
I
game
mean,
that
if,
leverages the blockchain, but like what type of game? Like an RTS game, a FPS game, an RPG? Do you have any idea what you would do with like what type of game you would build?
Strategy.
Strategy games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chloe said something similar too. Chloe was like, "Oh, I love playing MMOs, and I would build an ideal MMO." And obviously, they said the same thing. They would want to put leverage the chain. So you know,
Yeah, I'm
um,
really fan of strategy like Warcraft, like Dota.
MOBAs and MMOs strategies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got most of the questions done. So with everything going on with NEAR, everything going on with NDC, what are you most excited on seeing for the next year to come? What do you think will happen, and what are you excited for?
I'm really excited about launch House of Merit. We really need it in near.
Awesome, awesome. And you, Seuss, what do you think? What do you think's gonna? What are you excited for in the next 12 months? It doesn't have to be gaming focused, but what are you excited for? What do you see coming? What do you think's gonna happen the next cycle?
bull market,
Well,
I
yeah, the
always
next
say.
cycle. The
It
next
is
cycle
good.
is the bull market, right? There's going to be money flowing around. That it happens every time. It's a cycle, right? It's going to
Yeah.
happen
Mhm.
again. We
Mhm.
just don't know when. So when that does
Yeah.
happen, what are you excited for? What do you think is going to happen? What type of games do you think are going to come out? Because
I'm
builders are
excited to
building.
have, well, I'm excited to have money to buy spend some good NFTs and
Buy
buy
what? What
some
are you going to
bunch
buy? What
bunch
PFPs?
of
What video
games.
game are you aping
I don't
into?
know, man. I'm more into cosmetics, to be honest. I'd like to buy, like what Evgeny said. I really want to see NFT. Games are leveraging the NFT technology, like playing CS:GO, for example. Your skins all NFTs. Playing Valorant, your skins are NFT. And then you can just like spend, because people like to spend money in cosmetics. I spend a lot of money in cosmetics, to be honest, and I can never like sell my account. It's not an NFT, so I like that. And if there is a game that very interesting, that have skins and cosmetics in NFT, I would generally be into this. But what I'm excited for is the bear market to be done, and the bull market to come through, and the project who have building in the bull market, to get some wins, because I think community and project all need some wins in crypto right now, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I think my answer to that question would have to be, you know, Web3 gaming actually works. Like it's not a bubble, it's not play to earn. It's like you said, it's cosmetics. I want to
Mm.
see what they're doing already with traditional gaming and start doing it on chain. Nothing
Mm.
special. I mean, someone told me one time, you don't have to break the mold. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You
Mm.
just have to have a wheel, right? If you don't have a wheel, and these people are building these games and trying to make their own token, they need to have to be NFTs or battle passes and all this stuff that it's just not working. I think a few projects have actually made millions of dollars. They made a good amount of money, but where are they at now? Like they're struggling still. So something like a legacy game, and a collection and all that stuff. And it could be purely cosmetic, nothing special, as long as it's just on chain. So if you're buying these CS:GO skins or whatever skins in whatever game your favorite game is, um, and I would like to see that on chain, that not necessarily on chain, but leverages at least transactions. So if I go buy this
Mm.
game, or if I want to join a raid and it costs tokens or something like that. Like I want to be able to leverage the chain. And if I get cosmetics, if I just get an avatar, if I get a certain gun or weapon or assets or anything like that, I want it to be an NFT. And let's just say it's purely cosmetic. But what if I don't play that game anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what if I've been playing the shit out of CS:GO and I have thousands of dollars into it, and what if I want to exit this game now? You know, you can sell it, yeah, right. But it
Yeah.
stays in Valve, right? It doesn't go anywhere.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So,
You know what? Yeah. Sorry to
but
cut you off, but
go, go.
I think Web3 games can like, I'm not sure why like Web3 games a bit lag behind in terms of like, graphic design and stuff like this. But I do think that Web3 games do focus more into like the economic sides of the game rather than the game itself. That's why they lag behind a bit. But a good system like Steam system, where like, you sell and you buy the skins, is gonna be great if it's leveraging the blockchain technology. That means supporting payments through crypto, and then your items can be NFT. If not, but at least if it's supporting payment, withdrawal, and deposit through crypto, that's a good step forward. But the problem is companies that actually make these games, CS:GO, Valorant, or any Rust, for example. These companies make a lot of money from the skins. I don't think it's profitable for them to make it an NFT because they lose some part of their profit. So for example, Valorant, they release a skin collection. I think they sell like 15 to 20 million of one skin collection in dollar. Okay, and then it's gone forever. It's not coming back the bundle, but they bring it back future, a bit more expensive, and they bring like one item of the bundle, and you have a chance to have it after a couple months randomly dropped in your store. Okay, and then they make money again from it. But I think a good way to fix this is adding royalty fee while they are NFT. So no matter how the skin sells and how the price is, the company always profit from the royalty fee, right? So for example, you sell your skin for $10, there's a $1 royalty goes to the company, right? And then the skin, because it's rare and it's NFT, you sell it for $200, then that percentage increase, and the company always profit. That's what I think is gonna profit them, adding royalties on the NFT. That the s- the company always profit from that sales, unless it is very profitable for big company. I don't think seeing that triple A major games shifting, to a blockchain technology. Not now, for sure, but maybe later on in the future, like years later on, a blockchain technology can be well adapted, and you can see transaction happening, like supporting transaction everywhere. Then you can see a lot of games made adapt to it. I think this is what I think, to be honest. I don't want a game to focus in their token. Yes, it's nice to have a token in the game, but rather than giving away tokens to play the game, why don't you give prizes for leaderboard, top XP, for example, in a week, best ranking system, every season rewards. I think this will be more competitive, more enjoyable, focus on the game itself than the economic. I'm not against having token for the project. I do like projects have tokens. Web3 games, to have tokens. I'm against two token system. I don't think it's gonna work ever. Inflation token and token that you keep minting and just creating burning mechanism to it that will never keep up with the minting. But I think there should be some sort of balance. I really don't think focusing so hard on the token is really what matter, rather than focusing on the gameplay and developing the game itself. I don't know. What do you think, Evgeny?
I really like your answer. So I think it will be good if you will have NFT in games like in Steam. So you can play. If you don't want to continue to play, you can just sell your all items like NFT and go to next game.
Yeah. I mean, it,
Yeah,
it it makes sense, right? How much you spent on cosmetics, Billy? I for example, in Rust, I spent over. 500, 600. Apex Legend to buy a heirloom, I spent around $300 for it. I mean, people spent a lot of money in cosmetics. We lost Evgeny there.
Well, here's the funny part of thing about that. Even if they do make these things on chain and they do everything that we're talking about, sometimes that might not even matter because you think about it, you know,
Mm.
look at Gods Unchained. I put hundreds of dollars into it and it blew up to like over $2,000. Now, if I go and look at it, I think I have a couple $100. I went down 90% almost. You know, it's even if they had, you know, this stuff on chain, they have their own token, all this good stuff. When it's a bull and a bear market, it's not going to matter because that's the hard part about it. You know, like
But think of it like this, man. Think of it no token at all. Okay? And then skins, cosmetics, NFTs, right? Top leaderboard, get a rare skin. Top 10 players of this season get super ultra rare skin with a 10% royalty fee for the company. This skin gets sold and sold and sold, and this skin will keep generating money for the company as long as the game is alive.
yeah. But some people leave thinking like, you know, my investments are gone. If I invested X amount and then during the bear market, now I don't have much money at all. I lost my money. You know, it has a trading factor to it, and not
Yes,
all
yes.
gamers are traders, right? People
Mhm.
just want to play the game, and if they can make some money when money is good, like everything is going up, people are gonna love the game and they're gonna bring their friends in to play the game. They're their family, you know, and everyone's gonna start playing it. People are streaming it. Everything's going well, but when those people like maybe they brought someone in good
Mhm.
example. When Luna was pumping, everyone said, oh, buy Luna, buy Luna, buy Luna. But when their friends and family bought Luna and then it crashed, you think they're going to
Yeah.
go back? You know, maybe they were new. Maybe they were new. And then they invested $1,000, let's just say, for example. And then they don't have $1,000 anymore. You think they want to continue doing it? You think a
No, my
traditional gamer would want to go mess around with the token and some NFTs when they put $1,000 into it? Now their $1,000 is maybe worth $100, and but that $100 is now illiquid.
no, but you are thinking of it as an investor point. That's the problem with Web3 games. They are attracting investors than gamer. We all agree in this point actually. But what I'm saying is you don't need to pay to play the game. All the things you earn in the game is cosmetic. The game is completely free. Company release cosmetic skins, and that skins you wanna buy them, sure, trade them. You don't want, keep playing the game for free. Same as how Valorant is, for example, CS:GO as well. You can play the game for free if you will only need to buy the game if you want to like eliminate some cheating and stuff. But there's a lot of good games that is free and their skin worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but I think the general idea of crypto is what is masking what a good game is. Because what if you have a good game and, like I said, a bunch of people get wrecked financially and they don't want to play this game anymore? Then they just talk smack about it. And I'm just saying they just kind of run it to point one. You know what I mean? I just think
Mhm,
that, you know, some games don't need a token.
mhm.
For some games, it makes perfect sense. And a lot of these people, when they're coming up with the tokenomics, they don't even have a game economist come in and look at their game to make sure the economy is going to be okay, that it's going to be sustainable, if they should use it or not. You know what I mean? You know, feel free to chime in anytime you want, Evgeny, if you're back. You know. Um,
Yeah, guys, I agree with you. Some games really don't need tokens. Some games really need only NFT, not tokens. So you can play a game with NFT. You don't need token at all in some games.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think some teams just wanted to add it all in. We're going to have a token. We're going to have a battle pass. We're going to have these PFPs. We're going to have
that's the problem, man. When the team sell out the game as an investor perspective, that game will never succeed. Like it's done already before it started because your players are investors, are not gamers. They are not interested in the game. They are interested to make money.
So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited for that to happen. I hope it's within the next year, but I think there's going to be a shift because the last bubble was a play to earn bubble, and the idea was, come play this game, and I'm going to pay you, or you're going to win. You know, I'm going to pay you
Mhm.
for your time. Do you make any money while you're sitting there playing CS:GO all day long? Do you play, do you make any money playing Warcraft all day long? No. So come
Just
play my
fun.
game. It's play to earn. And then that's what people think. I'm going to earn money. I'm going to earn money. And that was kind of my idea as well. Like, hey, I play video games all the time, and I'm not a competitive player or any good at games like I used to be. Like I used to be super competitive and play all the time, every single day. And now that I got older and trying to get back into it for the past 3-4 years, um, I've been seeing Axie and all these other games and Gods Unchained and Crypto Blades or whatever, and people are supposedly making a living off of it, like in the Philippines. Now, that's not enough money for me to live off of, but I thought about it and say, hey, I'm not even that good at games, but I'm going to try them out. And even if I make McDonald's money off of it, that's a free meal. If I can go buy a 12 pack if I play this game on the weekend, hell yeah, why not? Like it's an incentive. It's if someone also said sometime last year, the year before that, I'm not sure when exactly, but somebody said we are all here because of money. If you're not here because of money, you're fucking lying. It's crypto. We're,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we all genuinely love video games. Yes, that's true. But you think about it, I mean, it's not because it was the play to earn bubble, but I just think that if I can make a couple bucks from playing these video games that I love to play already, why not? And if you go look at any of my wallets, I collect. I don't sit there and trade them. I'm not trying to here to pump and dump. I'm not here to blast this game and say, hey, come mint this and come play this game and put all your money into it, and then I'm gonna go dump all, invest and then dump them all once they get pumped. I'm not that big of an influencer anyway, so it doesn't even matter if I say, hey, go buy this because I bought it. It doesn't even matter because I'm not making any money anyways. But my point is, that's the shift I want to see. That's what I'm excited about, is when people go play these games no matter what. Yeah, it's not going to be a tournament. It's not going to be play to earn. It's not to be able to earn money, but hopefully that opportunity will be there. But, the thing that excited me, well, we're playing GSU, that MMO. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really much into MMOs. I tried out Final Fantasy 14. That's my cup of tea. That's what I would want to play in an MMO. But I tried it out and I didn't very much like it, And a lot of people play World of Warcraft, and I'm not too sure how many others there are out there, but it just doesn't catch my attention. So when we're playing GSU, um, Grand Saga Unlimited, brain fart, I was playing. I wanted to play that thing every day, and at the time, it's just a alpha playtest. There was no money involved. We're probably going to get whitelist and maybe get an airdrop for a mount. That's I think I actually claimed the mount already. They gave us the mount, but at the same time, like I want something like that. I want something that we want to play because we want to play it, because it's not only is it a good game, but now it's leveraging the blockchain. So I would hope for something like that. Um, I'm starting to ramble now, but Evgeny, do we want to talk about anything else other than that? Because we're kind of just talking video games, shooting the shit, and we'll push your House of Merit running, your candidacy before we go. But do you have anything else you wanted to bring up before we start wrapping up?
Actually, I would like to ask your opinion. I think we will have election for gaming DAO for new for one more console. So, what do you think, guys? How we can get these elections? What kind of tips you can give me to do this election for gaming DAO console?
Are you saying you're going to do an election for that?
Yeah, we would like. I think one member of gaming DAO console will leave us. So
Mm.
we would like to get one more console, and we will need election for this.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I think you should do something like what the RC DAO did, or something like that. Um, Not like they did, but something similar to where you can vote and the community can vote, and you can get another member on there. I'd
Do
probably
you
run.
think do you think that you need a voting to pick up a gaming console?
I think we should let community decide who will be consul from community.
Well, I am with having the options to make it a bit more governor and and community deciding things, but you also need to make sure you are getting a real good gamer in there. You need a gamer perspective as well in that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with you.
So I think like some sort of like, well, he need to be a gamer, So I don't know, like some sort of a type of way to make sure who's running is an actual gamer, not just a guy who's like very famous, for example, and just wanna run. I think it's important to have a gamer in there, someone with a gaming perspective on it. Because maybe someone will run in, he doesn't have he play, sure, he play a game or two, but gamers are a bit different. You can't call a gamer for someone who play 1 hour a month.
I think that's the hard part with a voting body is because just
Mm.
like the NDC is doing the three houses and all that stuff. You think Marique is going to go through? Do you think a lot of these big names, like maybe even like Wax and stuff, like everyone's they're going to vote for him. They have a community behind them, whether
Mm.
they're how do you say the best fit or not. So I'm just saying that's a problem with governance and voting body is that anybody can like rally a bunch of people to vote for them. So yeah, I mean I'm
I
for
have
it.
an
I mean,
idea. What if you collect the candidate, then you do a live podcast with every candidate and just talk games and let the community watch or feature some of the clips and tell them who do you guys like more about this. That will be a nice perspective, right?
But what if there will be so many candidates? You can't make podcast with everyone.
Okay, I think you guys, could be limiting. Like for example, you had 20 candidates. Then it comes to you guys to vote 5 candidates in, and then let the community decide between the one you actually think is worth it. You know,
Yes, this is
so
a good
not,
idea.
yeah, not put them all into like the podcast. Let's say seven. Let's say 7 days. 7 days, 7 candidates. Each day one candidate featuring one candidate, rather than, for example, let's say 20 or 30 people get in. Most of the community won't be able to like recognize them all. So you guys do some kind of like research on all the candidates and then eliminate them to 7, and then you will present the final 7, but the voting will happen on the final 7 that you guys choose. It's kind of a mix. It's not like totally governor thing, but it does work. At least you make sure that the people who's running is actually have a gaming background, and then you let the community actually make the final choice.
Yeah, this is good.
What do you
I
think,
mean,
Billy?
there's a lot of to consider. Yeah, I mean, it could be like the actual government. You let the people vote, and regardless of what the people think, you pick who you want. Regardless,
No, no, not that,
that's
not
what
that. No,
happens.
no.
Literally, that's what happens. Like someone gets the popular vote, the people want this person. It could be 60-40, 60 for the person that the people want, but then the person who got 40 of the popular vote still wins because of Congress. So that's
No, no. I think just doing some
you know
kind of filtering. Like the guys on the gaming work group will the consoles will filter the candidates after like 30 people jump in, and then after that the community can decide between the people who filter, just to make sure that the candidates are worthy in joining the work group. That's all. What is it about, right?
Well, I mean,
We
the NFT work group did it.
Yeah.
It went fine, I guess. I didn't hear anything bad about it. I think they did it on the forums.
uh, I
They
mean,
did a poll.
most of the people know about NFT a bit in this time, but do you
I
think
didn't even
most
vote. I
people
didn't even
have
know what went on. I didn't know what
do you
happened.
think that's the thing, man? Like most of the people know about games. Most of the people play a game on his phone, right? But do you think this guy will understand the idea of like the tech, or understand Web3 games and how to do a growth on what we need to make it bigger, and how to all of this in the technical part on like entering deep on it? He may hold his phone and play games. I have friends of mine who plays phone games for like I doxed a bit my wife and me here, but I have a friends who play games on their phone 24/7. Well, you talk with them about, did you hear of this game? No. Did you play this game? No. Did you ever do? No. Like he just know couple games and they just play them all the time, but he doesn't have the idea that or the mentality that we actually want them to have. For that position, you need someone, for example, like me or you, or I'm not putting ourselves in, but like for example, or for Evgeny, people who actually understand how this should work.
Not to consider.
Yeah.
But if you had nothing else, um, feel free to go when you need to go. Evgeny, thanks for coming on. We're just going to go ahead and wrap up and um, share with everything. You can still vote for Evgeny. Go look in the
Mhm,
top
mhm.
left
Thank you guys
corner.
for inviting me, and thank you guys for your support.
Sure,
We are
sure.
happy to have you. Yeah, and I best of luck. I don't think you need it. I think you actually did doing really great. But best of luck. I think you're a great guy, and maybe everyone who actually deserves to be there will be winning. So if you guys want to vote for Evgeny, right up here, scan this QR code after the live, and that will take you to the voting site, and you can vote for Evgeny as well. All the information you need about the voting was, putting down here, and we did go through the NDC governor and stuff like this. This is a bigger QR code. Okay, yeah.
Same code.
So vote for Evgeny. This one or this one, wherever you want to scan, that will take you to the same place. Evgeny, thank you so much for joining, man. It was good talking gaming, and stuff like this with you.
Thank you guys.
Um, yeah, I appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya. Thanks for coming. So before we end it, we'll just talk for a minute here. And
Mhm.
we didn't get a chance, or I almost forgot to share this. It was such a good conversation. We didn't get the chance to share the Shard Dog link that we have here. It's animated. It's showing the preview to the left side. Go ahead and scan this for proof of watching this live, or when you watch it later on. Still scan it. It's still live. I think we'll do another one sometime this week because we got another 4 podcasts coming up. Tomorrow we have Trevin, we have Benny from Bodega and Cafe Cartel, we have Odin coming up, we have Kenny from Ample. I'm missing one. Who are we missing? I don't know. I didn't have it written down around here.
Um,
I think that's it.
I have it. I have it. I have it pinned in our chat actually. If you look at our pin chat, it's
But
there.
we have a bunch of OGs who are running that are coming on soon. So,
Yeah.
every day pay attention. And I'm creating short form content to kind of pump that up to make sure you guys are aware. But yes,
Yeah, we have a
download this.
Driven. y-
Trevin.
Sorry. Yeah,
There we
we
go.
have
Yeah, I
Driven
think I
in
missed that.
Tuesday. We have Wednesday Benny from El Cafe. Thursday we have Joey from RLO.
Joe.
Joe, sorry, Joe. Yes. And
Joe's
Friday.
making our shard dogs for us.
Yeah, yeah. And
Ready
then
layer one.
Ready Layer One. Oh, okay. It's Ready Layer One. And then we have Kenny on Friday from Amp.
Okay, yeah. So I missed Joe, one of the most important people, and we're sitting
The
here trying to give
important
away a
part.
shard dog too.
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of OGs coming on. It's going to be a fun week, jam packed. Even Odin is going to be joining us on Wednesday when Benny is going to be here. So, I guess let's wrap it up. And thanks you all for watching. Come back tomorrow, 4 p.m. UTC for the rest of the week.